So this is the second to last boss. It's Crown of the Cosmos, and this is just how I am interpreting the Dungeon Journal. Phase 1, there's going to be 3 ads. At least this one needs to be tanked. I'll go to the raid plan, that'll be easier. At least this one needs to be tanked. This one is a silence within 40 yards of your casting, and then this one reduces damage done by 15%. The whole point of phase 1 is the boss is actually going to be shooting arrows, and we have to put the arrows through our friends and also these ads to remove their void touched debuff so that they can actually be killed, because they cannot be killed until they get hit by an arrow. This arrow also takes off the void debuffs that we got from these guys as friends. So we want to be getting hit by these arrows, and we also want to be getting hit these ads with arrows. So we're going to do that with all 3. In phase 1, it's Kill Jaden all over again with phase 3 Obelisk from Kill Jaden if you did that. I have PTSD personally from that. So I will probably not be finding the safe spot for us. That will probably be a crimmy job. But if you didn't do Kill Jaden, essentially there's going to be obelisks. Back then they shot in 4 directions, up, down, left, and right. And you had to find a safe spot to stack in. Don't know if it's going to be like that again, but it does specifically say the word obelisk. Additional phase 1, there's going to be a heal absorb. It's huge. Healers, you can dispel it, but whatever is left on the healing absorb is going to go to a random person. It is not proximity based. So you, like, if Fizz dispels on himself with Thias on top of him, it's not going to go to Thias. It goes to a completely random person. Intermission, it sounds like it is Gul'dan or Razageth wins. It's going to get stronger every 2 seconds by 25%. I assume that she will go to the top of the room, but she could also go to the center of the room. I could not tell you. There's just going to be things to dodge, and she's going to shoot arrows in random directions. You want to get hit by these arrows, but not too frequently, because it's going to reset your stacks and therefore allow you to get closer back to the boss. So right off the bat, this is why I think Evoker, Demon Hunter, DK, Monk is going to be super good on these fights, just because it becomes a non-mechanic for you guys. Phase 2. Phase 2, the boss is going to make a copy of herself. They need to be tanked 30 yards apart. The boss will shoot random arrows at random people. Like phase 1, it's going to getting hit by those arrows is going to remove void effects. It spawns ads randomly. I don't know if it's on top of herself or randomly throughout the room. The ads cannot die unless they get hit by an arrow. The ads do a cast that needs to be kicked. And the ads also need to be hit by the arrow before 100% energy or bad happens. They can be CC'd. Another reason why I think DKs might be really, really good, because we're probably just going to put a marker down, put Zest Wimbo thick there, and it's just person who gets targeted with an arrow, you stand here, and it will be a non-mechanic for us at that point. The copy has a shield of 15% of her max HP. The tank hit is a stacking debuff that reduces all stats by 10% per stack for 20 seconds. So that's going to be your guys' taunt swap. We do have to break the shield. To my memory, it doesn't say why we need to break the shield in the Dungeon Journal, unless I'm just forgetting right now. So, long story short, we're going to keep the bosses apart. We're going to be sending arrows through the ads so that we can kill the ads. Using grips, UCCs, whatever. I don't know if they have an aggro table or if they just randomly fixate on people. That's something else we're going to have to figure out. But the copy does extra damage until the shield is broken. Bang, there you go. And then healers, you still have that heal absorb dispel thing from phase 1. Yeah. Intermission 2, it's the exact same thing as Intermission 1. The only difference is that there's going to be an orb that spins around her. And this is another reason why I think DKs are going to be broken, because when we touch the orb, it's going to pull all of us back to the boss. You can still get hit by the arrows to reset your stacks on the wind's movement speed debuff. But I'm assuming there's going to be a reason why we want to touch this orb. Obviously, the thing to keep in mind when we touch this orb is you don't want to get pulled through bad circles. And I can almost guarantee this is going to be a DK touching this orb because you guys are broken with your movement speed. Phase 3, it sounds like Razageth. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say when Cess remembers to click it.
Yeah, no, that's a wumbo job. Zess has been demoted. Um,
I'm a gnome ball clicker.
um, last phase is kind of like Razageth. It's area of denial on the outside of the room, and it sounds like it's going to close in and get like the room's going to get smaller and smaller on us over time. The heal dispels back. The obelisks from phase 1 are back. The boss shoots at random people, which leaves a dot that stacks, and it sounds like it is permanent. It does not time out. So, what does that mean? Potentially means that immunity classes, assuming you can reset this dot, you will be busted. Um, there's also going to be a feather on the ground that increases your movement speed. I think that this dot that it puts on you does damage and also slows your character. So it's going to be like Holy Priest angelic feathers on the ground. They might be void colored, but that's about it. When the arrow gets shot at a player, it's going to be like Sylvanas when you got chained to arrows in phase 1. The only difference is we don't kill it. It's like a tether, and you have to run away and snap it. When you do get away, it's going to knock you up and do raid wide damage. So there's a lot of so basically we can control when the raid takes damage with this mechanic. And yeah, uh, this is another reason why you probably use the arrows if you're like a slower class that cannot leap out like a warrior. You can run over these arrows because this arrow is going to tether you and slow you down so that you can get out and break this faster. But obviously, the other thing you can do is just Warlock 8 out. So, which is probably what we're going to be doing in Heroic, anyways, barring something I don't know. And that's all I have for this boss. Any questions? It's obviously
On the
very hypothetical.
copy, what are we thinking that is the copy is going to do? Is that going to be like Forge Fever where we need to kill it, or is it just going to hang out with us after the shield?
I'll show you. It really doesn't say much. Oh, Mythic Journal. It doesn't say anything right now, which is obviously fun.
Yeah, I think they're keeping it secret.
Which is weird because this is supposed to be the second to last boss, not the last boss.
Yeah, right.
But the last boss has more in its Mythic Journal than this one does, so I don't get it.
Yeah, but lore.
So where is Call of the Void? No, that's the ad. Oh, yeah. So Rift to Simulacrum is what the copy is called. It grants the main boss 10% reduced damage taken and does 10% more damage every 1 second while they're in 30 yards of it. Effect stacks. So that's why we have to get the bosses away from one another and keep the ads away from the copy as well. This is the shield, 15% of its maximum health, and it does raid wide damage to all players every 1 second until it's broken. And that's it. That's all the copy does. Tank hit right here. Yeah, that is all I believe that the copy does. The other thing that's a little weird is like the dungeon journal has these like grayed out abilities and intermissions and stuff, which kind of makes me think it might not be complete. I don't really know what to think about this, or like these are like they're still thinking about how they want to play these things. I have no idea, but it kind of creeps me out that I have to click on them to change the color of it. So, all right. Any other questions? All right, cool. And now we will go